So hi, welcome to Good Noise Podcast here with ManDancing. We're gonna ask them some questions today. I'm gonna start. So, what inspired you guys to start the band, and what does the band name mean?
I'll go ahead and take that question. I had been playing solo as a one-man act for a few years after a band that I was in dissolved, and that led me to play a whole bunch of different types of shows. One where I met Ben, and then met Tom, and the band kind of formed around a record that we made together, and that was our first release called Everyone Else. And the band name is inspired by a goalkeeper who played for this French team, and his last name was ManDancing.
Okay.
So you just switched it to ManDancing.
Was it a real person?
Yeah, his name is Steve ManDancing. I used to play FIFA a whole lot with my old buddy Josh, who was the gentleman who played drums in the band that I was in previous. And for fun, we would go on, L rides and sometimes come up with band names for the future. And then one day after playing FIFA with ManDancing, I just said ManDancing. And for whatever reason, that name always stuck.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided once we made the record to just go with that as the title.
Nice.
Yeah. Do you guys like the name?
Yeah.
I like it, yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's
Great.
one of the better ones we've heard. So,
Oh.
in my opinion, at least.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I just
That's
want to
great.
point out your candle adds a very nice touch.
Thank you. Oh, wonderful. That was Tom's idea.
What's
called-
the scent?
Fireside,
Ooh,
and I purchased it at Home Depot.
Nice.
wonderful.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Yeah.
It's actually one of the better candles I've gotten recently.
Yeah, I'm doing a little
Waft.
wafting. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm wafting right now. It's kind of like woody, a little woody, a little sort of vanilla.
Oh.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would
Very
expect
good.
that from Home Depot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A good
True.
candle?
True. Yeah.
All right. So, congrats on your most recent release, The Good Sweat. How do you feel about the response to the album so far?
Oh, great. Yeah.
As you should.
It's really been is overwhelming like a little bit like kind of a played out stance to take on that the response has been overwhelming. It's been overwhelming. It's been really, really great, like hearing from people all over the world, honestly. Like we're hearing from people like on other continents for the first time as a band, which is really awesome.
Yeah, it feels good to have it be out in the world. Certainly is strange to not have the other side of the story as far as performances go, and being able to celebrate it in that proper fashion. But playing the online games and shows have been rewarding in another way.
Yeah.
And I feel like Steve and Ben would also kind of be like yes to this, but I'm gonna say, at least for myself, that it's definitely like a little bit of you guys really really like it?
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
You put so much work into it. It means so much to us. Like I'm just happy when people are enjoying it and actually taking the time out of their day to say that they enjoy it. That's like so exciting and really, like, I guess it's exciting for us because it means so much to us, and it sounds like it's meaning stuff to other people and making them happy or bringing some type of like cool thing to their day during this weird time that sucks for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
And then hearing that is actually happening is like, I don't know, it just feels really good to, I don't know, it's a community, it's like a weird sense of community. And I think we're all just like over the moon about the response a little bit.
Yeah.
Totally.
It's a cool trip.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And Gloria and I talked about it when it came out on our show, and it's not my typical genre, but it absolutely blew me away. I enjoyed it a lot.
It's so good. On God.
Yeah.
So sick.
Cool. What's your typical genre?
Metalcore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, full on.
I love metal too.
Yeah. As you should.
Absolutely.
Do you have a
So-
favorite metal band?
Me?
Yeah.
It's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to a lot of Dark Tranquility yesterday. They just put out a new record.
That record was good too.
Yeah, because it's like, I have like my favorite like of the moment, but like an all-time favorite, it's kind of hard to say. I mean, I think Opeth is arguably one of the best metal bands of all time.
Okay.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Shane's a corn person.
No way.
Uh-oh.
Here we go again.
Oh, no.
Here we go again. Yeah, me too. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. We'll leave it at the cryptic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, can you tell me a little bit about your writing process for this record?
Like how we go about, like, I don't know. I wouldn't say we have a typical process. We, as a band, get together once a week and play music for about 2.5 hours. That's the window we have to kind of play and write together. I'd say a lot of the process is maybe I'll come with a chunk of a song, like a verse or just kind of a seed, as you will. And then we thrash about in the basement once a week until something makes sense.
Yeah.
yeah, we kind of all, it's hard to put into words. Tom, do you have a better idea about
I mean, it seems like our writing process is like it's kind of like when you're cooking pasta and you're like, I don't really want to use a timer. I don't have a timer. So instead of tasting it, you take it out and throw it at the wall and see if it sticks. We kind of just try every option a little bit. And like Steve brings a bunch of seeds for like his ideas or not ideas rather, but like a place where he's like, I want this song to embody this thing that I'm trying to express. And then Ben will bring guitar parts and I'll bring drum parts sometimes, and we'll use those as seeds, and then Steve will run with it. Or like, it's really, I don't know, like it's kind of all over the place. But we really don't ever run with anything unless it just feels right for everybody. And we're just like having a bunch of fun making music. If we're not having a bunch of fun, we seem to question it.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a lot of work to feel like we're having fun. Like, and I mean that really, because it's like it can get real frustrating and be like, what are we even doing? And to go with the food analogy too, I think it's like we just throw a bunch of ingredients that maybe not like we're not sure if will work together, because we all have very different tastes in music. The 5 of us. So it's like we just throw everything in a crock pot and set it on low and let it simmer, and hopefully it turns out good in a couple months.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Each song is kind of like a stew.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're just we're cooking by feel. We're not following a recipe. And I think, you know, it's funny because we all, well, at least the 3 of us like to cook a lot too, and we also literally cook that way. So
that's true.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah,
and
that's true.
We've also had a handful of songs that we thought were done and finished and super excited about, and then 2 months later, we're like working on other stuff. We're like, oh, let's go back and play through that song. And we play, and we're like, yo, that perfect song is
Dude.
Let's cut that song in half. And like someone's like, no,
Yeah.
I love that part.
It's usually me saying, let's cut that song in half, and then everyone's like, no.
And then like a week later, we're like, that was a great idea, actually.
and even too, to narrow it down, like we could touch on what the process was for this record. I think we kind of all were figuring out what it was, what it would be like to write as a 5-piece. I think our other projects before that, it wasn't as much as a collaborative effort as it is now. So we played recently, and I think we're continuously finding out what our process is.
Yeah, and there was a little bit of a prestige somewhere like that happened like like maybe a year, 2 years ago, because like the first record and the EP, the 4-song EP that we put out, were songs that like Steve had pretty much already written. So starting this album was like the first time we had basically like a totally blank slate as a band. So there was like a little bit of a learning curve there.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
True.
Facts. I liked all the food analogies. That was great. I enjoyed
Nice.
those. We need more of those.
It's like, you know, they say don't go grocery shopping when you're hungry, you know?
Exactly.
got-
And know that doesn't. I know that didn't actually make sense in context, but I just wanted to say it.
Yeah, it's okay. I get it. I appreciate it. Thank you
All right,
for
cool.
sharing that with the class.
All right, thank you, thank you.
And real quick, Gloria, Shane, does it seem like Ben's yelling?
No.
No.
Okay.
Why is he yelling at you guys?
I could yell though.
Well, because he's speaking rather audibly, and
I don't know, I'm
it's
sorry.
right. I was just wondering if it was coming across.
I just wanted to speak clearly.
Well, yell at him for speaking too loud.
Yeah.
No, not in this ear. Sensitive.
Oh, the other one then.
The other one, Tom.
Yeah.
They're actually both sensitive.
Oh no.
Sorry for talking loud. But here, let me just demonstrate something about this little microphone, though. This is my favorite part about it.
Okay.
Is that you can just, kind of talk like this, except every little sound.
I don't like that.
Yeah, it's super uncomfortable.
Very sensitive.
Very uncomfortable.
It feels the same for me right now. Right here.
Oh yeah.
It's
So
so
we're sorry about that.
Yeah.
It's okay.
You're
Um,
fine.
Yeah, I'll keep my voice I'll keep my voice down now.
Yeah,
sorry,
you're
Steve.
bothering your bandmates.
Yeah.
Yo, Steve, can I tell you something? I'm sorry for ruining your podcast.
This is Shane and Gloria's podcast, and tonight it's everybody's.
I know that it was kind of like it was a kind of big moment for you, and I feel like I've ruined it for you.
No, I was just unsure if it was going to come across on the other end like you were talking real loudly.
You shouldn't have said anything though, because that could have been very funny. It's just like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe I was overcompensating because we did a podcast a couple of days ago, and everyone that was watching told us that they could barely hear us. So I was I was keeping that in mind.
Okay.
well, I mean, audio levels, I don't know how they work. So as long as it's not too low, nothing is ever too loud.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
So,
Cool.
yeah.
Exactly. It's all good. So back to the questions.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Where was your headspace while creating this record?
Oh, that's a tough one because I think it
these questions are so good.
it
Thank you,
took
Tom.
us, I'd say, about 3 years. So I think 3 years of headspace is hard to. Do you mean like maybe lyrically or
Overall.
thematically?
I feel like we didn't know, and that was the problem. But that was like what kind of led us into what we started to create. Was just we don't know our headspaces. We don't know this band is growing in such a different way, and band growing in terms of our relationship together as a band. And we were trying to find that in our musical identity as a band in a new way, and
Yeah, I could be wrong, but I
don't know,
think
searching.
I could describe it as for better or for worse, we're gonna show up to the room
searching,
and just kind of work it out.
Okay.
Yeah,
right?
I think that would be right.
That's how I felt. Yeah. What is this, and why are we doing it? What does it mean to us?
Okay.
Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Do you guys agree with that?
Yeah, I might have just been thinking Grammy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was also gonna say good was gonna be my answer. It
Good.
was just gonna be good.
That's a good answer.
That was great.
Thank you.
So what band or artist influence do you think you can hear the most on this album?
What band does it sound like we were influenced by?
Crickets in
know.
the room. We've never gotten that question thrown back at
No,
us.
people don't ask us that.
What about? I mean, because Shane, I know you don't really listen to this genre as much. So Glory, maybe what do you think?
See, I listen to pop.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So here.
Me too.
Oh my god. Wait,
Yeah.
what do you listen to?
I mean, I love Carly Rae Jepsen and Taylor Swift. You know.
Okay, that's fair. When I say I listen to pop, I mean I listen to 5 artists in pop and then a
This is
band.
trash pop.
Like what?
They are not trash. One Direction and then the members of One Direction.
Oh,
That's all. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I listened to a whole lot of Mike Posner this past like year and a half,
Mhm.
and I don't know what was the question? Like what
do you
bands
guys think
influenced it?
The initial question.
I'm kind of similar in the way that you listen to One Direction and the 5 artists that comprise it. I tend to listen to like 5 to 7 artists for the past 10 years, like the same ones. So there's bands like Me Without You that I kind of maybe wanted to emulate on this record or relay a similar feeling. So I'd say bands like Me Without You, there's band Listener that I'm fully in love with. Mike Posner comes to mind for whatever reason. I don't know. Like, I listened to the new Under Oath record a whole lot a year, like and a half ago, 2 years ago, and I remember thinking, oh, I want to make songs like this.
Or what's the Me Without You record, that one I bought you for your birthday a while back? The cover's like crazy. The vinyl.
That one's called It's All Crazy, It's All False. It's
Yeah,
all
that one. I see a lot of vocal influence from that one for you. I mean, it's weird, right? Because like we were saying earlier, like our influences are so polarly. They're like not. We don't like. If anything, when we talk about what we love to listen to, or we like get like silly, like, go listen to this song. Like maybe half of us are like, I don't care about this song. You know, it's like our thoughts on what we like love to listen to personally are so different.
Mhm.
But when it comes to making like songs together, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, we all kind of like what each other plays. Maybe like we influenced each other. I don't know. Like I think that's kind of how it works, because I would imagine, like, let's say if you're a pop punk band, typically all the members enjoy pop punk and want to get together to make that kind of music.
Mhm.
And yeah, I that's just not how we roll.
Yeah, I usually like to explain it as like the Venn diagram has like enough of a sliver of overlap where we can make it work.
Mhm.
But like the parts of the circles that are not overlapping in the center of the Venn diagram, it's like 99% of the circle is like not overlapping, but like that one little sliver where it overlaps, like we make it work.
I like that.
Yeah. Sorry.
I mean, it's like you were saying, like Me Without You, and then like Posner and like that type of stuff, right? Where like I'm almost like polar opposite, where I was like thinking like Mars Volta and Steely Dan and Phil Collins. Well, Phil Collins starts to like bridge that gap a little bit, right?
Mhm.
But then there's that, like you're saying, that little sliver where those things start to line up, and then it doesn't like really matter anymore. And as Ben always likes to say, you know, all the food groups are represented.
Yeah, I do like to say that.
Again, with the food, it's great.
No.
It's great.
Good.
Yeah. Also, I had to revisit a couple tracks to get the influence in. So hold on with me for a second. It's like modern baseball, but upbeat and not like it's really sad. Does that make sense? Like
nice.
style wise.
I like hearing not really sad, because typically I get the opposite individually speaking. So that's fun, and I enjoy that. So sick. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And I've never heard modern baseball before, so I don't know.
I only know a couple tracks by them, but the tracks that I know remind me of this album. So
Oh, heck yeah.
yeah, sick. So this one should go like super, super fast. Off the top of your head, I want you, each of you, to describe this album in 3 words for new listeners.
Like each of us do 3 words.
Mhm.
Yeah, each of you do 3 separate words.
Here it is.
Here it is.
Cheap.
Okay.
The Good Sweat.
Also cheap.
That's even worse.
Oh, you said cheap. I thought you said deep, and I was like, nice.
It doesn't need to be a sentence.
I thought you said keep.
3 like just you're saying like 3 descriptive words.
descript. Oh, descript.
It's
like
just it's
adjective.
whatever.
Right?
Vast,
Fast.
crystalline,
Okay.
and fluid.
Fluid. Solid.
Fluid, solid.
Solid.
Oh, you're,
Is it
you're
my? I
good?
don't know. Is it my turn?
It's
I have one if you're not ready.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say fear,
Mhm.
fight,
Mhm.
love.
Wow.
Yo,
Ooh.
man. That was powerful.
smoke, Bellagio.
So just to be clear, I can't say the good sweat again, right?
No.
I mean,
we're
you could. I'll just
rejecting
yell
that.
cheap at you again.
Yeah.
So
You hold my man's to the fire here, and TBH, I'm all about it.
Loud, dynamic,
Mhm.
moody.
Moody.
perfect.
Wow. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, all the food groups have been represented.
As they should be.
Mhm.
So is there a certain feeling you want listeners to have while going through the album?
Whatever feeling that I don't know. Is there something that
Catharsis would be great.
I don't know. I wonder. It's not like I ever would set out maybe to like intentionally make somebody feel a specific thing. So I don't think there's any specific feeling I'd want people to have. If anything, maybe have some type of personal connection to it, whatever that is. If you feel anything, cool. That's how I feel.
So just feel something by movements.
Is that a song by a band?
That's an album by a band. I was hoping
Yeah.
one of you with your eclectic taste would get it, but
I have heard of that band. Yeah, they're kind of like a gent band, right?
no.
Okay, never mind.
We tried. It's okay. It's okay. So is that all of you? Is that gonna hop on board with the feel something? Anything?
Oh, we're all doing it.
Yeah, you can all
I
do
mean,
it if
you
you
don't
want
have
to.
to.
Oh,
Yeah, you don't have to. But...
No, I already said catharsis, so I'm going to stick
Yeah.
with that. That's going to be my answer.
Okay. All right.
I guess like a nice little blend of reflection
Mhm.
of your own life with the opposite side of just being juiced about like, yo, this sounds cool, or I like this little vocal phrase or drum fill, or just being like excited about music in general, because that's like, so majority of my favorite records are just like, I'm just like, it's not even necessarily about how it makes me feel sometimes. It's just being excited about what's happening in the music. So like, I hope a little bit of that shines through.
Yeah, that's a good one. Like a little excitement.
Yeah, just like, oh, that was cool. Like, listen to that snare drum sound.
Yeah.
Like something like that. I love that. So
Because I guess really at the end of the day, it's like it's another rock album, right? And rock's been around for like literally 300 years. So yeah, if someone can take something away from that they feel is unique, special, then that's tremendous.
Wonderful.
Hey, are we broadcasting video live anywhere, or is this primarily the podcast?
Video will be
video-
up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, video's up on YouTube.
Oh,
snap! Is it live right now?
No.
No.
I'm sorry. Is that a silly question? Okay.
No.
Okay.
We between the three of us, we own like half of a computer, so we're really not too up on much on how these things work.
Okay.
You're fine.
Yeah, this
You can laugh at us.
this tiny microphone is probably the most state-of-the-art piece of equipment that we have.
we're using that and Ben's phone over my laptop. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Yes.
Sure.
Where is it? Whereabouts are you?
Yeah, I wanted to know that.
Yeah,
too.
true.
Because we're here in West Orange, New Jersey.
I'm on the Jersey Shore.
And I'm in Virginia.
Wow.
Oh,
Nice.
Have you ever have both of you ever met in real life?
No.
No.
No way. That's wild.
I love that.
And it's like one's a metal fan, one's a One Direction fan, and to me, I love that.
Yeah.
It makes the show
Balance.
interesting.
Definitely.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
bonded over Panic at the Disco, and we bond over our hate for Panic at the Disco now. So
Yep. Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's what
Theory
people-
Can't Sweat Out was a revelation.
yes.
Yep. I agree wholeheartedly. Well, now that we're on the topic of Panic, what's everybody's favorite album? Is it Fever for you?
I might be the only one who's like gotten way heavy.
I've heard 2 songs by that
Oh.
band. Yeah.
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 Yeah,
so-
Tom's all right. Although I did hear sometimes what I'll do is I'll use an app called Shazam, and I'll kind of like if I'm listening to the radio, I'll use the app, and what it does is it tells you what you're listening to.
Mm-hmm.
And one song that came up was "Look Ma, I Made It,"
Oh. Ooh.
and I don't know much about their new stuff, but there's that groove in that chorus where it's like,
Mhm.
"Hey, look ma, dun, 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 ga-da,
Yeah.
bum, bum." And I was excited about that actually 4 days ago.
I remember you showed that.
I showed
song
it to Tom.
forever ago, and I was like, "This song is fire, dude."
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was like a week ago.
No, that was like a month when it came out. How long ago did that song come out?
That was 2018, early
that
2018,
was
because that's when that
long
album
time.
was released.
Okay.
I mean, fuck that album wholeheartedly,
Oh,
but
God,
that song goes hard.
It does.
I love
slap.
that song.
Mhm.
I gotta check that song out.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you should.
Check out "Dancing into the Light" or "Dance into the Light" by Phil Collins. If you don't know it.
Okay. Is
Silly.
Phil Collins the one with the Home?
Take Me
Sorry.
Home.
Yeah.
Oh, nope. Sorry, I'm thinking of another Phil. Then sorry.
Phil Collins is probably
Philip
best
Phillips.
known for doing the
He's got-
music
Philip
for Tarzan.
Phillips. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. You were
Yeah,
saying?
I said Phil Collins is probably best known for doing the music for Tarzan, the movie.
Oh yeah.
And the song goes doo 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 doo. Mike Tyson in The Hangover.
I can feel it blowing in the air. That one.
Cool. I don't think
Yeah.
I've heard that one.
I
but-
know that song.
Oh, you know. There you go. I only listen to One Direction, so I'm a lot of the loop here. So what song off the album took the longest to write, and which one is each of your own personal favorites?
Coffer probably took longest to write.
Yeah, that did go through a bunch of changes.
Coffer or Wall Spot.
Yeah, Coffer and Wall Spot were the first 2 songs that were written, and I think therefore went through the most changes. So I guess that's kind of the default answer.
Yeah, from hashing it out for the first time we maybe touched on the idea to the finished product. Like Coffer probably took about 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And personal favorite? Jeez. Probably the one I don't sing on. But that's a cheap answer. You're right. And I would probably say, I don't know. So I switch between favorites. I'd probably have a better answer if we were performing it.
Okay.
I think being able to perform the songs allows for me to have a better perspective on what my favorite is. But probably listening to maybe RJW.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ben, Tom.
I'll go ahead and
Follow that up with my selection. I guess I'm going to have to go ahead and say I'm proud of the song Perch because it was the first ManDancing song that I wrote the music for. So I think there's a lot of elements of that song that reflect elements of the type of music and song that I would enjoy. So if I were a listener, I'd probably come back to that one most. Thanks for answering. Thanks for asking that question.
It's very insightful. Thank you for sharing that.
Thanks for asking.
Of course.
And Tom.
I was gonna say Perch too.
Oh, sick!
Because I'm like most excited about like the second half of the song, like the grooves that I came up with for even just like the grooves for that in general. Like I felt like I got like it was probably like 3/4 into writing the record where that song kind of fell together. So I felt I was like in the most of the throes of what I was going for. So I feel most proud of like the type of grooves that I put, where it was like, yeah, this is like something that's like was challenging for me to figure out how to play, but it's still musical and its foundation is like based in a groove.
Okay.
So I was like really juiced about that, and then as a whole, the song came together in like such a cool way. So yeah, Perch I definitely think is my favorite.
Cool. Yeah, that's definitely Juice Brigade. 100, 100, 100.
I need to check my mac and cheese in the oven. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Yes.
Oh no.
I'm gonna change my answer to Perch too.
Okay. Okay. That's fair.
So, just waiting
Yeah,
for
we're
Tom.
waiting.
No, fuck Tom. We don't have to wait for him.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So,
I'm just,
we're,
I love Tom.
we love Tom
I
too.
really do. I'm not just saying that. I actually really do love Tom. I love Tom. Yeah, but Ben wasn't kidding about we could still go. So, yeah,
Oh.
yeah. We
Okay.
can just keep.
So where do you guys see the band in the next 5 years? And you got anything new in the works?
Hopefully playing. Hopefully performing. Oh,
Be good.
What? Did you burp? You burp? Did I? Oh, it smells. Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry. That's okay. It's good now. Everything's fine. I don't know. I where I'd like to see us is, you know, touring the world. Really, you know, like trying to play as many concerts as we can, and maybe getting across to Australia, and as far as other places like Australia. So yeah, like New Zealand, Tasmania. That's about it.
That's it.
Yeah,
World tour right there.
Our goals tend to be rather whatever seems like a next logical step for us would be. So right now it's hard to discern that, and maybe the next step that we're looking at right now is working on just maybe writing more songs.
Okay.
Tom, where would you like to see the band in the next 5 years?
What? Yeah, playing. Playing music for people again.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Still be in a band.
Just hopefully anywhere where we could play music, everybody's safe.
Yeah.
We could play music. I mean, obviously, like you said, like being able to travel and go all over the place and play music and meet new people and eat cool food and
Definitely.
and do that. Like again, yeah, I'd love that. But in the next 5 years, like on a grander scale, I suppose, for sure. But also just you want to think about ultimately like the creative aspect of it, but like it's like the process that I love so much of. So it's like I don't know if I could project in my mind where that would be in 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. So for the last couple questions, we're actually going to shift away from music, if that's okay with you guys.
Oh, that's fantastic, actually.
Sick.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So we're just going straight to death row.
Boom.
So if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
Very, very big boom.
Very important question.
Probably honestly, like a spoonful of peanut butter, a spoonful of all natural. And I mean this really, like I have a really thick, deep love for peanut butter. And or like a buttload of sushi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what are we using to wash that all down with?
Probably some seltzer water.
Yeah, we do drink a lot of seltzer around here. You like seltzer
That's
too?
good. I love seltzer water. It's
That's
like,
great.
yeah, it's really good. What's
I
your
had a
favorite like
seltzer-
flavor? Oh,
I had
sorry.
a seltzer party. It's okay. I had a seltzer party 2 years ago here at the house.
Very
You
true.
didn't invite me?
I didn't know you until today,
Oh,
but if the seltzer party were tomorrow, I would invite you.
thank you.
And
I
at the
live
drop-
in Virginia,
Yeah, the drop of
but
a hat.
I'd zoom
Well,
in.
It's only like 8. You can probably
I'd
get
go-
here in
I
4
go
hours.
for you, Glory.
Thank you.
Of course.
Yeah.
That was so sad. Wait, but what's your favorite seltzer water flavor? It's a very important question.
It goes in. It just comes in waves. Right now, I'm really fond of grapefruit. Any style of grapefruit. I don't have a specific brand that I cling to. My move is to be in whatever grocery store that I'm at, and whatever just catches my eye or has a nice price tag on it, I'll grab. But grapefruit
Definitely.
right now, yeah.
Yeah, same. I'm a variety guy myself. I like I had a Trader Joe's winter sangria, which does not sound good. I mean,
Yeah.
at least to me, it didn't necessarily sound good, but I was just like, oh, that's like a new seasonal flavor. I'll try that. It was winter sangria flavor. It was awesome. It basically tasted like grape soda, but without any sugar, obviously. That was really good.
Mhm.
Also, like, I don't really like LaCroix seltzer, but specifically the key lime flavor of LaCroix is one of my favorite seltzers.
Okay.
What's the meal though?
Oh, the meal?
The death row meal.
Mhm.
Well, my fake answer is going to be Lunchables pizza with Dunkaroos and a Capri Sun.
That's hilarious.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That's
Thank
amazing.
you.
That's a good one.
I
Incredible.
really like that.
Thanks. But like for real though, I'm gonna go ahead and say like a real like gourmet pasta carbonara with like
Ooh.
homemade pasta, like real gourmet shit.
Mhm.
And a big old salad because everybody knows that I also love salad too.
As you should. Salad's the best. So.
Cool.
Mhm.
We're on the same page with a number of
So
facts.
I'll do a fake and a real too.
Okay, cool.
My
Yeah.
fake one would actually be a porterhouse steak with a porter beer,
Whoa.
Mhm.
but
See, that sounds real, so I can't wait to hear what the real
the real one would be the biggest Thanksgiving meal ever and a coconut milkshake because I'm trying to go to bed. You know,
Yo,
I need to
That
get
makes sense.
tired.
yeah. That's. I see where you're
You
getting
know
at.
what I mean? Like, yeah,
That's
like,
hilarious.
Like since you're on death row, you're trying to go to bed so you die in your sleep because you're on death row.
yeah, it's like I'm tired. It's like, hey, I want
Yeah.
to go to bed.
Yeah,
anyway.
just
I'm
but
so full.
just end it.
Yeah, just kill me now.
I mean, we're not. Let's not actually. Let's not joke about that.
Well, we're on
It's
death
edging.
row.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on death row.
Oh.
This is just
Sorry.
fantasy. I
No,
mean,
it's okay.
ultimately, they're all fantasy answers,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of fantasy,
Oh,
Okay.
you gave me the perfect segue there.
it's actually
Uh,
very good.
Hey,
If you could live in one fictional world for a week, where would you live?
New York City, The Fifth Element.
Solid.
Nice.
I've always wanted to live inside that movie.
Mhm.
I'm probably gonna go ahead and say Hogwarts.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your house?
You know what? Like I grew up and I maybe thought I'd always be Gryffindor, but being Slytherin just seems like it'd be more interesting.
Okay, that's fair. I agree.
Yeah.
That's like that's where the bad people are, right?
No,
Oh,
it's just where the leaders are. Yep.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah.
I would probably go with the Big Lebowski universe.
All right. Solid.
Solid.
Just bowling and trying to figure it out.
What about y'all?
Yeah,
Oh.
what about?
Dire
that.
Wimpy Kid.
And Peaky Blinders. Yeah.
Oh,
Those
damn
guys.
it! I was thinking Peaky Blinders, not fair. I was thinking my first thought was Peaky Blinders or Gangs of New York,
Oh
and I'm
my
like,
God.
I don't know if those are a little too much. So my other movie that I love would be Big Lebowski. I can chill there.
Those are both
Yeah.
great answers, by the way.
Wow,
Thank you.
Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, I probably would die in like the first 2 days, but at least I'd get to meet Tommy. So that's it.
Yeah, One Direction didn't exist back then, though.
No, it's okay. See, I would take credit for all their music, and I'd be like a
Smart.
genius.
So you'd be a
Mhm.
Simon Cowell.
Yeah, only
Nice.
in what was that? Early 1900. I don't care.
Yeah.
There was a movie like that, right? There's someone ended up in the past and they realized the Beatles didn't exist, so they started writing the Beatles music.
God,
That was
that'd be
really
awesome.
I like that movie. I watched it on an airplane though.
Was it good?
Oh,
I liked it, but I'm also
But that's the same idea, right?
I'm more prone
Basically,
to liking
yeah.
movies when I watch them on airplanes. So like I think I was like maybe I was talking to Adrian, who's our bass player. I was like, yo, I saw it yesterday. Like I fuck with that movie. It's awesome. But he was like, I think he didn't like it. But I tend to like movies more when I watch them on planes. But it's like a guy basically like gets a bump on the head and he wakes up and nobody knows who the Beatles are. So he just like basically gets credit for like writing all their music. I liked it. I don't know if I was.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I haven't seen it, but I know what movie you're talking about. So I'm glad
Yeah.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah. If you're a Beatles fan, it's worth checking out at least.
I'm not, but I might.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Thanks for
It might-
listening.
It might bring you around.
Mhm.
Maybe.
Possibly.
You never know.
I don't know, man. So, I have the honor of asking the last question. Every single person we've spoken to has actually said it is the most important question. What is your favorite color? It's a
Dark
thinker.
green.
Oh, dark green. Taste.
Like it's probably in the world of like between a pink and a purple, but I'd say it's probably blue.
Blue.
Yeah.
Taste.
I've struggled with this answer my whole life. See, it's either yellow gold or purple,
Yellow, as it should be. But purple's also good. Yeah.
or like violet.
Yeah.
But I really love yellow.
Yeah.
Like I've always wanted like a purple drum set with like yellow hardware.
Yeah.
That'd be
Like
so
the
sick.
lugs are yellow, but the drum set's purple.
Woo!
Mhm.
Woo!
Yeah.
That'd be
Woo!
pretty.
I can't pick.
That would be
Yeah.
so sick. It would be kind of like Lakers-y looking, I guess, but the Lakers do have like sick.
Oh wow! I didn't think about that.
I
I
mean,
was
they have,
thinking
like, a
more
sick
like
color palette though.
like the violet, like velvet with like gold, kind of like that, like king
Yeah.
Mhm.
mixture color. I don't know. I've always really, I mean, even just straight like canary yellow. I really love canary yellow.
Yeah.
I took edibles one time and there was I remember there was a specific color that I saw,
Mhm.
but I don't think that was probably the only time I've seen it. It's hard to, I don't know if it has a name.
Interesting. Did you close your eyes and like saw it in your mind's eye? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. That's
All right.
crazy.
So as Glory said, that's all the questions we have today. Is there anything that you would like to plug?
We put the thingy out today.
Oh, we put out a nice little acoustic video today for our song called Coffer. We recorded it in our den downstairs by our friend John Ludis. He recorded and edited that video. We put that out today, and I think that's probably a good thing to plug. What do you guys think?
I think that's great. You can just go to YouTube. You go to www.youtube.com and it'll come right up on the front page.
Every time.
Of course.
Every single time. How much money
Yeah.
did you guys pay
Single
for that to
time.
happen?
They paid us.
Wow.
Really?
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I said that too. Yeah, nice.
Nice.
God. High
Nice.
five.
Well, thank you for sitting down with us, guys. It's been Man Dancing and We're the Good Noise podcast.